Good day, my name is Melissa Negrini with breaking news from the Middle East. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu released a video address reiterating Israel's continued progress in crushing Iran's terror regime. The Israeli Defense Forces, in a post on X, confirmed the elimination of Asghar Bagheri, the Iranian commander of the Quds Forces Special Operations Unit 840, and Majid Kademi, the head of intelligence of the IRGC. The IDF also carried out a powerful strike on Iran's largest petrochemical plant, responsible for roughly 50% of the country's petrochemical production.
Yesterday, I spoke again with my friend, President Trump. I expressed to him our immense appreciation for the heroic rescue operation of that American aircrew member, and President Trump, for his part, thanked me for the assistance Israel provided in that operation. In general, he spoke about us in superlatives. He said, "You guys are great. You are great." He sees Israel as a strong, determined, and forceful ally, fighting shoulder to shoulder alongside the United States, and together we continue to crush Iran's terror regime. Today we destroyed the largest petrochemical plant in Iran. That means we are systematically eliminating the money-making machine of the Revolutionary Guards. We are eliminating facilities, we are eliminating operatives, and yes, we are continuing to eliminate senior figures. Iran is no longer the same Iran. It's not the same Iran anymore. Israel is no longer the same Israel. Israel is stronger than ever, and the terror regime in Iran is weaker than ever.
An Iranian ballistic missile struck a residential building in a civilian neighborhood in Haifa, northern Israel, causing extensive destruction. Search and rescue teams from the Home Front Command, alongside other emergency services, conducted a complex 18-hour operation in search for those trapped inside. 4 bodies were recovered from the rubble.
I'm here in Haifa, a city in northern Israel, where last night an Iranian ballistic missile attack murdered 4 civilians inside their homes. An Iranian missile hit this residential complex, and its impact caused several floors to instantly collapse. Among those wounded in this attack were an 82-year-old man and a 10-month-old baby. This is another example of the Iranian terrorist regime targeting our civilians. The IDF is continuing to operate against this threat.
A senior Yemeni military official claimed that the Houthis successfully achieved its targets during a joint military operation in the Israeli area of Eilat. However, no official IDF sources confirm any successful strikes in the Eilat region, but instead that air defense systems intercepted incoming drones.
نفذت القوات المسلحة اليمنية بعون الله تعالى عملية مشتركة مع الحرس الثوري والقوات المسلحة للجمهورية الإسلامية في إيران والمقاومة الإسلامية في لبنان بدفعة من الصواريخ المجنحة والطائرات المسيرة استهدفت عدة أهداف حيوية وعسكرية تابعة للعدو الإسرائيلي في منطقة أم الرشراش جنوبي فلسطين المحتلة وحققت العملية أهدافها
In a briefing with the media, US President Donald Trump responded to questions from the press, addressing the peace negotiations between the US, Israel, and Iran. President Trump issued an ultimatum to Iran that they have until 8 p.m. tonight Eastern Time to make a deal.
This is a critical period. They have a period of, well, till tomorrow at 8 o'clock. I gave them an extension. They asked for an extension of 7 days, right? I said, Steve, give them 10 days. 10 days is up actually today, so I gave them 11, I guess, indirectly. I thought it was inappropriate the day after Easter. I want to be a nice person. They have till tomorrow. Now, we'll see what happens. I can tell you they're negotiating, we think, in good faith. We're going to find out. We're getting the help of some incredible countries that want this to be end it because it affects them also. A lot of people are affected by this, but we're giving them till tomorrow, 8 o'clock Eastern time, and after that, they're going to have no bridges, they're going to have no power plants. Stone Ages, yeah.
And in response to President Trump's warning to the terrorist regime, the Iranian state television broadcasted a call by government officials for civilians, particularly youth, students, athletes, and artists, to form human chains and gather around power plants and other key energy infrastructure today at 2 p.m. local time to essentially act as human shields.
من از همه جوانان، ورزشکاران، هنرمندان، بچه‌های دانشجو و دانشگاهی و اساتیدمون دعوت میکنم فردا سه‌شنبه ساعت 2 ظهر دور نیروگاه‌هایی که داشته و سرمایه ملی ما هستند بدون توجه به هر سلیقه و دیدگاه سیاسی مال آینده ایران و مال جوانان ایرانی هستند جمع بشن.
Throwing some light on his response to Iranian protesters earlier this year that help was on the way, President Trump, during Easter celebrations at the White House on Monday, proved that he is a man of his word and that help was truly on the way.
The Iranian people, when they don't hear bombs go off, they're upset. They want to hear bombs because they want to be free. And the only reason they're not out protesting, you know that, is because they were informed that if they protest, like the wrestler and his friends, if they protest, they will be shot immediately. And that's an edict, that's in writing. If they protest, if they go out in the streets, they will be immediately shot. They don't have guns. You know, we sent some guns, but the group that was supposed to give, which I said would happen to my people, I said it, I called it exactly. We sent guns, a lot of guns. They were supposed to go to the people so they could fight back against these thugs. You know what happened? The people that they sent them to kept them because they said, what a beautiful gun, I think I'll keep it. So I'm very upset with a certain group of people and they're going to pay a big price for that. But the Iranian people will fight back as soon as they know they're not going to be shot and as soon as they can get weapons.
The US performed 2 historical search and rescue missions after a pilot and a weapons systems officer ejected when their fighter jet was shot down during a combat mission. The pilot was rescued within hours of the ejection, but the colonel, who was seriously injured, left the location of the crash on foot to evade enemy capture. After nearly 48 hours, he was successfully rescued.
When American airmen were down behind enemy lines, our forces and our president did not hesitate. Special operators supported by elite air crews and intelligence professionals moved swiftly and decisively into treacherous mountain terrain under the constant threat of Iranian forces closing in. One downed airman evaded capture for more than a day, scaling rugged ridges while hunted by the enemy. When he was finally able to activate his emergency transponder, his first message was simple and it was powerful. He sent a message, God is good. In that moment of isolation and danger, his faith and fighting spirit shone through. You see, shot down on a Friday, Good Friday, hidden in a cave, a crevice, all of Saturday, and rescued on Sunday. Flown out of Iran as the sun was rising on Easter Sunday. A pilot reborn, all home and accounted for, a nation rejoicing. God is good. And to our adversaries watching from Tehran, let this be a clear message. The United States military will go anywhere, at any time, to protect our own and complete the mission. We execute with precision. We control the skies. You see, we flew for 7 hours in daylight over Iran to get the first pilot, and Iran did nothing about it.
Follow our Love World networks for the latest updates as this story continues to unfold.